take turns conquering and occupying each other's territory since the Bronze Age, have shared mythology of being enemies and epics about how each other's heroes suck. Their rivalry once caused all of Christendom to split into two, fight again in World War II, remain friends.
Be playing with Legio and Iron Shell, suddenly invaded by Sneedalt Chakoyan. Try to salvage the fleets while the two of them fight. All the ships are non-salvageable because you're not allowed to have access to the OP ships. IP gets logged courtesy of Boggly Woods. Game crashes courtesy of Bad Dragon. My face went another day in the Galactic Grinder.
In this thread, post-apocalyptic survival plans. Sitting at computer. Suddenly see safety broadcast or some shit on TV. Infrastructure is breaking down. Massive looting. Government is losing control. Deadly disease or some shit. The time has come. .png. Look at local staples for huge amounts of ink, paper, and external memory. Come back home and begin downloading as much fucked up and obscure porn as I possibly can onto several external hard drives. Internet finally goes down. Begin printing out various fucked up hentai, Rule 34, furry porn, etc. Store it all on a massive library of folders. Keep hard drives in a safe. As society has begun to completely break down, there is no more cable or internet. Electricity is probably getting pretty rare as well, so even DVD porn is getting pretty impossible to use. 2 years later, society is trying to recover. Most internet porn was lost when the electricity for the servers was shut off. Have a massive library of thousands of fetish-specific porn pictures all printed out. All that's left anywhere else is shitty Playboy mags for normies. Laugh as I charge 20 military-grade bullets for every hentai/furry/Rule 34 drawing I sell to whatever weirdos are left over. Get rich as fuck. Build a massive printing facility and hire many armed guards. Call my company the Cum Runners. My face went.
Be me! Playing Team Fortress 2! My team is stomping the other team! Minute left in game! Feeling pretty good! Get out of balanced! What, Gavin? Try anyways even though I'm playing Demo Night! I get panicky about biomedic and I can't do shit because I'm a fucking Demo Night! Demons! We're fair! What, Gavin?
Eat months of old expired butter you found behind the couch. Everything is fine. Drink a little bit of fresh Wayne water. 100% guaranteed death. This game is full of shit! Eat months of old expired butter you found behind the couch. Also drink a little bit of fresh water. Die. Clearly, it must have been the rainwater.
Freshman Psych 101 class. Professor is a fit, attractive guy in his early 40s. Stern, but explained topics well, and good eye candy. All the girls thought he was hot and would sit up front and giggle at him. One day, the professor is taking questions. Some guy in the back raises his hand and asks something. A girl in the front snickers at him. The professor loses his mind at her and starts shouting, "No, you will not laugh at people in my classroom!" She's shell-shocked. "If you're going to act that way, get out! Get out now!" She packs her stuff and leaves. He apologizes to us, but explains that he has no tolerance for that behavior. I was like, holy based.
Botanians have one city left. Decide to help them out with my 90 Womyn Doomstack, so sign Merc contract. They declare war on Vlandia, Sturgia, and the Kazites in the span of 5 minutes. Take a whole city for them and kill like 35 armies, 100 to 200 strong. They lose all 3 wars anyways. They let their city be taken by rebels. Fight all rebel armies, solo, and besiege city. They declared war on Sturgia while I'm still sieging. I'm sorry, man, but you people have brain rot. Write a 680-page tome pretentiously entitled Principia Mathematica, dedicated to autistically proving that 1 + 1 = 2. Kurt Gödel publishes a short 21-page paper that completely implodes the entire project. Pick related, a representation of Russell's reaction upon hearing the news. Now, I'm sure many of you have encountered little shits in supermarkets. Little kids running about and knocking things over, being rude, walking all over their parents, you know the kind. But the worst are the biters. Yes, those little shits that feel like it's okay to bite you whenever they feel like it. Okay, here's the best part. A biter got me today when I was grocery shopping. He broke the fucking skin, too. This was when the gears started turning. The moment I saw a little sprinkle of blood on the little shit's teeth as he was grinning at me, like the little shit he is, I made my eyes get wide and started screaming, "Shit! Shit!" Now my friend Tom, we'll call him, was there too, and he instantly picked up on it. He started shouting, "Fuck! Maybe he didn't get it! Fuck!" By now the kid is scared shitless and starts crying. Ms. Mom appears out of nowhere and starts getting pissy at us for yelling at her kid. Here's the kicker. I look her straight in the eye and say, "Ma'am, get your son tested as soon as possible. He just bit me and I'm fucking HIV positive." And now there is silence, not a peep in the entire store. The brat knows he just fucked up big time because his mom isn't defending his ass. She just stares at me wide-eyed. I walk away from them, buy my shit from the wide-eyed cashier. All the while blood is dripping from my calf, making a nice little trail on the floor. And just as we leave, we start to hear the mother sobbing like the bitch she is. I have never felt any more satisfaction than the moment I heard that sob. Legal drinking, smoking, gambling age is 18. Weed is legal. Prostitution is de facto illegal. No prison labor or private prisons. All police departments have required civilian oversight. Is this the true land of the free? Highest number of prisoners per capita. Highest violent crime rate in the Western world. Highest number of mass shootings of any developed country. No universal health care. Super high tuition. High student loan debt. Richest corporations pay exactly $0 in taxes. Two-party political system that produces nothing. Staggering amounts of homelessness. Has been at war every decade. Opioid and prescription pill-addicted youth. Be sure to celebrate it all on July 4th. Chinese history be like, Chao Ling takes power, 247 million perish. Play GS. Grab a sleepy toad and kiss him on the cheek. Gently place him under a screaming monster. Can't hear what slurs it's yelling because my earplug's 5. Give Toad a nudge and waddle my ass out of there. Longsword friend joins the hunt. Blasts his ass toward the monster's area at record-breaking speeds. Starts placing bombs. Longsword friend is drooling red-eyed and salivating. 100 demon drugs are spilling from his open mouth. Notice his health is ticking down without even fighting anything. Oh no. He shits himself with tremendous force, hurtling himself into the monster's side and prods its belly with his pecker, waking it up before I can even start charging. Gets wombo comboed and carded instantly. His KO message is, "I kneel." All his messages are Dragon Ball related memes. We need to deport all longswords.
Be Zhang Zongchang. Be 6'6", 198 centimeters, in 20th century China. Write poetry about how you have so many kids you don't recognize them. Go to a basketball game. Ask why people are fighting over a single ball. Demand why hosts are so poor. Order every player to be given a basketball. The 3 don't knows, based on Zhang's alleged lack of knowledge about how much money he had, how many soldiers, and how many women in his harem. This is what a base general looks like. Have a coworker who is Dutch. We both need to go to the same project the next day. Offer to drive and say I will pick him up. He says thanks and gives me his address. The next day I drive over to his home. He isn't fully ready to leave yet, but offers me to wait inside. He asks if I want a coffee. He says because I didn't have my morning coffee yet. His wife makes me coffee while he finishes getting ready. Drive him to the project and drop him back off at his home in the evening. He says thank you so much for driving, Anon. Get home myself. Hear a notification coming in on my phone. It is a tikkie for €0.5 from my Dutch colleague for the morning coffee I had at his place. Play LS. Join friends hunt. Run into monster and play as obnoxiously as possible. Place a fuck ton of bombs down and throw the tiny ones all over the place. Cart, Lamau. DBZ meme spams the chat. This idiot says good hunts and leaves. Still on his fucking friend list. Keck, what a spineless bitch. Playing GS with randoms. Monster falls asleep. Put bombs down and sharpen. Hammer player is charging near the head. Fine, I'll let him have the wake up. Move to the tail and start charging. Some reason Hammer stops his charge and runs away. What the fuck, I'm about to blow my load. Panic and hit the tackle to try and cancel. Way too close and end up waking the monster with a fucking tackle to the tail.
Franks, Goths, and other barbarians eventually start aping Roman civilization and forming their own civilized kingdoms. Holy Roman Empire becomes a powerhouse of these new barbarian kingdoms. Continue on to today, and we're still the descendants of barbarians who sacked and destroyed the greatest empire in human history. Just imagine if we were all Roman. Just imagine if we were all Roman. Don't scare me like that, Anon. Create synths that are completely identical to real human, down to feeling emotions and having memories. Surprised when they start to act like real humans and not wanting to be a slave. Keep insisting their feelings aren't real and they are just robots, when the whole goal of Gen 3 is to be identical to humans in the first place and didn't just want Gen 1s and 2s as robo-cleaners. Kidnap people in the dead of night. Unceremoniously dispose of them. Replace them with an android copy. The Institute are so delightfully evil, it's always a pleasure to melt those psychotic fucks with a Gatling laser at the end.
Walk around corner. Enemy hunter there with his Lee mat ready. Duck back around corner as he blasts off 9 shots and a dragon's breath for good measure. He's empty.jpg. Jump around corner to blast him. The motherfucker pulls out a second one. My face went. Be me. I want to talk about some politics. Go to poll. Jewish people and minorities are the cause of the world's issues. What the fuck.jpg. Go to Twitter. All white people are inherently racist and homophobic. What the fuck, that's not true. Go to Reddit. Communism has never failed. Have you people taken a single history class? Go to Facebook. If I see another sheep wearing a mask, I'm gonna gun them down. Huh? What happened to normal political views?
Want to show something to my coworkers at work. Accidentally switched to the YouTube tab where I have Nightcore music playing. Fucking extension makes the player take up the whole screen and the anime video as well. Only redemption is that it was 100% safe for work.
Guy kept playing Tracer in Demon King mode. Gets one-shotted by Firestrike repeatedly. Contributed to 1/3 of the kills needed. We win because Rain accidentally charges off the map for the final kill. It doesn't feel honorable.
Join Open Crew Galley. Someone on the Pooner pulling the ship onto the land. Others leave. Also leave. Join New Ship. It's at port on fire. My own crewman kills me with blunderbombs. Quit. Join New Ship. Everyone's just standing around. After a few minutes, everyone leaves. Quit. Join New Ship. There's a Fort of Fortune up. Prep to set sail. Everyone leaves. Fuck it. Fort of Fortune is worth staying for. Sail all the way over to it. No one joins crew. Get boarded while I'm keeping my distance. Say I'm just looking for an alliance, bro. No. Guy moves unbelievably fast. Impossible to kill them. Die and respawn after several minutes of black screen at an outpost far away. Fuck it, shitty day for adventure. Paladins are basically just a group of priests that took warrior training to stop the undead. Paladins in Warcraft 3 were mostly holy paladins with protection spells. Paladins are literally just warriors that spec into faith. It was this way until the burning pile of shit expansion. Bro, actually, the light is a sentient being and these foolish space goats can be them? Give Horde Paladins because shamans suck, and Horde players can't deal with that, so they use some bullshit lore reason to cope. Completely shit on the legacy of Paladins by making stupid races like Tauren and Trolls Paladins. Did an epic, funny, ahistorical Hoi 4 campaign, and it actually turned out pretty fun so far. Play as Commie France. UK goes fascist and forms the Allies with Italy. Germany restores the Kaiser. Join Comintern and win the Spanish Civil War. Immediately after, Allies begin eating the Balkans, too weak to do more than send volunteers. Workers' Revolution finally pops off in Germany. Helps the Reds win the Civil War. Italy declares war on me. Comintern are the USSR, France, Germany, and Spain. The Allies are Italy, UK, and Yugoslavia. Very slow grind pushing into Italy. No easy Eastern Front as perfidious Romania, Austria, and Czechoslovakia have formed a neutral bloc. UK launches constant naval invasions and bombing missions of France and Germany. Routinely beaten back, but enough of a nuisance to tie up resources. British fleet is stronger than entire Comintern combined, completely ruling out naval invasions and making supply a real bastard. Stability gets low enough in Italy that communists start a civil war, propped up by the Workers' Revolution focus operation. Fascist Italy collapses within the month. Yugoslavia doesn't last much longer. UK doesn't have the troops to invade, Comintern doesn't have the navy to invade, so it's a year or so of fighting in Africa and Asia. Ireland, Scotland, Wales declare war of independence. Thanks again, Workers' Revolution. Use opportunity to land paratroopers, sandwich English troops in Scottish Highlands, roll up the rest of England pretty easily. War is over by 1943. Tensions growing in South America against Democratic CUM, in Asia against People's Front, including Commie Spain, and within Comintern as USSR recklessly gobbles up minor after minor. Call a company. Hello, would you like White Hat Hacker LLC to attempt to hack you? We offer our services to poke holes in your network, and if we can find a problem, we let you know. That way you can patch it so no big bad hacker man can break in. They agree. Try to hack their system. Sit on my ass for a week. Your system is fully functional and we did not find any holes. Get paid.
Be me. Work as a phone salesman. 95% of calls are old people. Nobody ever actually buys anything. Get paid per time spent in calls. Most old people are lonely and just want to talk. Talk to old people about how they water their plants for hours. Basically, everyone at my job just talks to old people for 12 hours a day. Even have regular callers that know us by names. Supposed to advertise products, but I actually just talk to Grandma Lauren every day for 8 hours about how she used to live back in the day. She appears to forget what she said, repeats the same thing tens of times. My job is basically to register when Lauren made a pause in her speech and say, "Very interesting, keep going." B17. B2005. Be getting wisdom teeth removed. Waking up from the anesthetic. Just laying on the dentist's chair trying to sleep. Mom arrives. Come on, Anon, it's time to go. Mom and nurse have my arms over each of their shoulders and are carrying me out the back of the dentist's office. As we pass under a fan, I think it's the sound of chopper rotors. Ask the nurse, is Jeff alright? I didn't see him after the ambush. Nurse whacks hard. Grab nurse by both lapels. Where the fuck is Jeff? She looks at my mom with confusion. Jeff isn't here. Began crying. Oh fuck, they fucking got Jeff, those motherfuckers! Mom and nurse carry a weeping 17-year-old out the back of a dentist's office while he has flashbacks to a war he never fought in about a man he never knew. I'm still confused about what the hell I was thinking.
In philosophy, Professor asked me about the concept of evil. Put on the spot, start panicking, but remember a certain quote from Witcher 3. Evil is evil. Lesser, greater, middling, makes no difference. The degree is arbitrary. The definition's blurred. If I'm to choose between one evil and another, I'd rather not choose at all. Professor looks stunned. Class gives me a round of applause.
Be me, a sophisticated Frenchman. It's a beautiful day in Paris. Wake up and eat a baguette. Finish my breakfast with a cigarette. Dress up and go outside to take the tram. Find out that it's closed due to the violence triggered by the riots. Oui, Call my friend to see if he can pick me up. Says he can't because his car got burned in the protest. Start walking towards my workplace. Stop by a diner to get snails on the go. I slurp the finest garden snails the French Riviera has ever seen. I finish my meal and head to my office. When I enter, I get told I can just go home again. Everything is closed due to the protest. On my way home, happy that I got the week off. Celebrate by drinking some Bordeaux wine outside in the park. Suddenly I see a fucking zebra minding his own business. The wild men have released the zoo animals during the protest. I rip off a piece of my baguette and feed the zebra. Just made myself a new friend. I finish my wine and head home. On my way home, I stumble upon a big crowd. I walk through the crowd but get stopped by the police. Try explaining that I'm just heading home. Get beaten up and thrown in jail for disturbing the peace. Oui. Still better than most places in America.
Be me, innocent 6-year-old. Dad loved FPS games. Lets me play them because I did really well at school. Played Wolfenstein 3D and Doom a lot because I loved the violence. Loved the music in the games a lot, but one specific song that stood out was the title theme for Wolfenstein 3D. Used to hum that song all the time. Fast forward 4 years in elementary school, still had the song stuck in my head. Had this math exam I took in private because I was sick the day of the exam. Only me and the teacher in the room. The test was boring and monotonous, so I started humming the Wolfenstein 3D title theme. Teacher was visibly shocked and took me to the principal's office. Teacher told the principal I was humming some Nazi song. Had literally no idea the Wolfenstein 3D title theme was Horst Wessel-Lied, Nazi Germany's national anthem. My face when both the teacher and the principal were Jews.
France attacks Newfoundland for a colony. Newfoundland calls in their daddy England. England, part of the extended realm of Spain, calls in Spain. Spain takes leadership of the war and calls in Naples and Portugal and their vast colonial possession. This triggers the Italoids, who immediately get called in by France now that the war is no longer distant, with both Mega Tuscany, Venice, as well as the Swiss joining in the fray. This triggers Austria, who is an ally of Spain, who joins in the fight. Austria calls in their extended realm with Bohemia and Hungary. Everyone screeches and calls in their various vassals and puppets. Scotland, Montferrat, Brabant, Navarre, Brittany, Moldavia join in the fray. It's 1550 and it's World War I over the province of Canada with 500,000 troops on both sides, Lamau. Now I'm just waiting on the Ottomans to roll in with the Janissaries to wrap this whole mess up.
I've always thought the skunt memes were over-exaggerated, but holy shit, today I met a true skunt. Didn't mine any platformed minerals, me and the driller had to get it instead. Asked me to platform red sugar for his own use only. Didn't light up the cave. Far ahead of the rest of the team. Pressed buttons and spawned dreadnoughts without asking anyone. Took 3 resupplies from a pod that he himself called 800 meters away from the rest of the team when we were struggling with Nitra. Didn't rock and stone a single time. Left instantly upon ending the mission. Didn't say GG or anything.
In this thread, work success stories. Get angry call from woman. Says the copier has been broken for days. I've been ignoring her emails all week because Minecraft don't switch. Shit.bng. Tell her I called in to Xerox. Fucking didn't. Sneak over to her office. The plan was to impersonate the Xerox guy. I told her I called because she only knows my voice, not my face. As I'm walking in, someone else from her office catches me. Hey, Xerox guy. I don't lie, I just say, I'm here to fix the copier.
think the thing's fucked and that I really will have to call it in, and I'm going to get chewed out for waiting so long. I walk behind the machine and plug it in. Office becomes visibly excited. Get call from lady apologizing for being harsh and blame Xerox for being late. All according to plan.